In today's video, I'm going to be touring you around my apartment here in Bangkok, which is in an area called Ekkamai that I've managed to get on a short-term rental for only 30 days. Whenever I'm usually in Bangkok, I either have to use booking.com or Airbnb, but Airbnb in Bangkok is not allowed, and usually the prices on Airbnb are pretty high. But I've managed to get my condo located just 200 meters away from the BTS Ekkamai station for a pretty good price. But right now I'm in Benjasiri Park and I'm a little far away from where my condo is located. So we're going to get back on the BTS, jump 1 or 2 stops on there and then go to the condo. Now usually most folks that give you an apartment tour or a condo tour, including myself in the past on the channel, usually start right in the condo. But I'm actually going to do the inverse. I'm going to start from a little far away from where I live and then take you to there, because I want to show you what's around this area and what's conveniently located next to me. Now I'm going to be telling you what I like about the apartment and what I don't like about the apartment. I'm going to tell you exactly how much I pay, what there is around it, and if you ever want to rent it yourself, you can do so, as I'm going to have information how you can rent your apartment yourself a little later on in the video. But let's first exit Benjasiri Park and hop on to the BTS. Well, just after 2 stops from Phrom Phong, we've arrived at Ekkamai, and Asok is actually only 3 stations from here too. And then on the other side, you've got On Nut. So it's kind of like bang in the middle along the Sukhumvit line. So the location of this condo is great. And we're going to talk more about the location where this condo is situated and give you a few more things really conveniently located next to the condominium. Actually, I can see the condo from here. As soon as you leave the BTS Ekkamai station, you've got the Gateway Mall here, which is connected via this walkway bridge. And this connects you down to the ground floor, and inside the mall there's plenty of shops, restaurants and street food stores located on the ground floor and along the 8 floors in this mall. And this is how I would usually get back to the condo. I would go through here, go down a set of escalators to get to the ground floor and then go to the condominium, which I'm going to demonstrate now. Now upstairs we've got a few stores, a few coffee franchises, a Boots for my folks in the UK, but you're mainly going to find most of the restaurants and the food stalls on the first floor, which connects you to the BTS, and the ground floor. Actually, the ground floor is where the food stalls are, which I'm going to take you to now. And you can get some really cheap food here. So you've got your Western franchises like KFC or Dairy Queen. I'm not sure if Potato Corner is a Western franchise or not, but you don't have McDonald's here. However, McDonald's is actually just across the road, which is in another nearby mall that I'll show you a little later. But for those of you who are on a budget and want to be mindful of your expenses, especially when spending money on food, this is the place to be. This is the food court or the food stores of the Ekkamai Mall. And here you can get meals for as cheap as like 50 baht, which is around about 1.5 USD. Now, although it's cheap, it's extremely delicious, and I've eaten here a few times myself, and I really like to get a pak krapao in the morning from this little food stall here, which serves up an amazing pak krapao for only 65 baht when you factor in an egg. You can get wonderfully boiled chicken with rice for only 50 baht here, one of the cheapest meals, and get a whole load of condiments on the side as well. I usually like to go with this sort of spicy sauce here. You can also get some desserts like crepes on this corner. To get to the condo, I would usually take this exit and just walk another couple 200 meters to get to the condo. But I want to show you some of the other malls and some of the other franchises in these other malls, because I want to tell you a lot about the location first, because the location is imperative when you're looking for a place to live in any city, really. And here in Bangkok, you want to be as close to the BTS as possible. Just behind me is a wonderful 24-hour cafe called Cafe Phoenix that I've gone to plenty of times on this trip and on previous trips where I've done actually some work in there. And as I said, it's a 24-hour cafe, so it operates pretty much every hour of the day and night. And I don't know a whole lot of 24-hour cafes in Bangkok other than this. So we were stood over there, we crossed over using the BTS infrastructure, and we're now on the other side of the road, and I'm going to take you to the other nearby mall. But this street here off the main Sukhumvit road is actually called Ekkamai Road, and down here you've got a great coffee shop called the Rolling Roasters that I've made a dedicated video about, as well as Kam Tong Law further down. And this is a Simplex mall that I frequently go to get my cafe and Amazon from here. They've also got a McDonald's on the right and a Starbucks on the left. It's a small little mall that's mainly a cinema, but where Gateway Ekkamai is lacking certain franchises, Simplex has it. Now I'm going to try and quickly get back to the condominium before it starts pouring down with rain. Here in the month of August, it's pretty common for the day to be really sunny and bright, and then for the evenings, such as around about 5 or 6 p.m, to start pouring down. On most days it does this, and it did it really hard yesterday. Looks like the wind blew all these leaves inside. They've got a nice little zen area, zen garden in the lobby here, and to get to your floors it's key card access, not RFID, which I like. And it's key card access to the room. Okay, it's now the next day, and this is the unit that I'm going to be staying in for the next month. You've got the main entrance just behind me over here, and as soon as you walk inside, you've got the toilet and the bathroom on the left, and then you have some wardrobe space on the right here. There's actually quite a lot of wardrobe space, as I'll show you now. So you can just slide this door open, and you've got a nice little ambient light that you can click on and off, revealing your clothes. I put my suitcase in there. I've got some of my clothes inside the washing machine on the balcony. Then we've got some more storage cabinets here. We've got a place to put our shoes inside there nicely. And we've got some other stuff that I've just thrown in there, as well as like the switches for the room. The bathroom is on the left here. Very beautiful bathroom, very stylish and elegant. There's enough space for a shower in here, not a bath. But the appliances feel really of high quality, especially the finish. I love the big glass panel and the ambient light that they've got right there, neatly tucked into one of the corners of the mirrors. This door actually opens up like this, and there are some shelves behind it to store your toothbrush and other things like that. Then we have the shower behind this glass door. Really high pressure shower, great hot water, nothing to complain about. And then you've got this toilet here, which is a smart toilet. So it's got like a bidet that pops out. It's got a dry function, and you can adjust the bidet to your liking. And the flush mechanism is built into the wall here. So the water tank that usually is kind of like an eyesore for a toilet is tucked into this wall here, integrated very neatly and very well. I like it. Just feels a little bit more modern, feels a little bit more elegant. Something that's up to date with current times. Now we'll step outside of the bathroom and we'll enter the living space. Here we are. There's not a whole lot going on in here, but it is a studio size apartment. I think it's somewhere in the region of around about maybe 27 square meters, 30 square meters in size. And to be honest, it's enough space for myself, even 2 people. We've got a 45 to 50-inch Samsung TV, smart TV there. I think playing some clips of the south of Thailand. The TV is all supported on this floating TV console there. We've got a desk, which is where I do most of my work, with 2 chairs. My laptop's resting there. A coffee table in the middle. A black sofa, which is not the comfiest sofa. It is a brand new sofa, but there's just not enough depth for somebody of my height, which is around about 193, 194 centimeters, because my legs dangle off quite far. It's a decent sofa, but it's not the most comfortable if you're a very tall chap. but this is the view from the sofa. We've got some more storage cabinets here. This is where I like to put like my Bluetooth speaker, some random computer accessories, like wires, hard drives. We've got this lamp here that looks like it's from IKEA. One of the bulbs is very light, the other one pretty dim. And then some more storage cabinets up in here as well. Very neatly tucked into that corner of the wall, because if this wasn't there, it would just be like a void. The AC systems are all duct into the ceiling, which is great, so you don't have the split type, which is a bit of an eyesore just sticking out there. This is the kitchen here with a microwave tucked into the cabinet. We've got some more cabinets under here. Up above, we've got all our cooking utensils and plates and pots and pans. I never cook, so I never have to actually use them. And we've got a dual stove appliance from the brand Tekka, as well as a kettle there that I've yet to use. This is the fridge. This is where all my water is. I only drink crystal water. I think it's the best water in Thailand. What I've utilized for the backsplash of the kitchen is this dark tinted mirror, which I like, makes the place feel a little bit bigger. We then have a balcony, a very small balcony for this unit, just enough to be able to basically stand outside on, maybe have a smoke, which I don't smoke, and hang your clothes out here to dry. And I've got some clothes currently washing in this LG washer, which is not a dryer, but it's a pretty good washer. And we can step out onto the balcony like this. Look at these views. Now we'll step onto the bedroom. And this is the queen, maybe king size bed for this unit. It's a pretty big bed. It's nice, soft and comfortable. We've got some pretty high quality bedding. It's not just like a sheet, it's a proper duvet, which is great. And the best thing about this entire apartment, this entire unit, is the unhindered view over Bangkok. It's the reason why I chose it, because just look at the view from here. The building has been designed in a way to try and maximize the view from the room. As you can see, the windows are from floor to ceiling. I kid you not, like literally directly from the floor all the way to the top. And so you can pretty much see all of Bangkok from this room. It's incredible. We've got the Mahanakorn Sky Tower over there in distance. We can see the Chao Phraya River over there flowing right around. We also can see Asiatic from here, which is about an hour's drive. Now we can also look down onto Ekkamai Road. Really incredible views. And the sun actually sets in this direction as well, so you get some beautiful sunsets around about 6 p.m. Now behind the door is this glass that takes up a portion of the wall. Now, I think this is a very clever idea because it is a studio, almost like a studio unit with this sort of like partition for the bedroom. And so while you're in the living space, you can actually see the view from the bedroom here, which is quite clever. And also when you're in the bedroom, you can look out onto the living space as well. I wish they designed this such that the glass component would be all the way to the end of this wall. This pillar here, I don't really like the fact that it's here, because if you're sitting down on the sofa, you can't really see out onto the view unless you move the sofa forwards. But the balcony is just a little bit too small for my liking, and I don't like the way the air compressors are positioned right there, because they blow onto your face almost. They do have these sort of air ducts that position the air outwards, but you still feel it if you're standing right here. In other condominium buildings I've stayed in, they've worked out a way to put the air compressors actually on top. And they could have done that here, but they haven't. Because there's plenty of space to be able to put these two air compressors up there side by side. So you get, first of all, more balcony. And second of all, you don't have hot wind blowing in your face. Now, speaking of high ceilings, these units do have very high ceilings. It looks like they're about 3 meters in height. So it does make the place feel a lot more spacious than if they were maybe 2.5 meters or so. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the room. I do love the view. It's one of the reasons why I picked this condo. But it's not just the view. It's also the location and the amenities that I want to show you around. such as the roof deck pool and the gym, it's a bit weird because you have to go to the 31st floor and then you have to come out the elevator and go up the fire exit. It's almost as if they originally didn't plan to have the amenities up here in the initial building design. Why wouldn't they have the elevators just go directly up to the amenities? I don't know. Here we are. Okay, here we are. This is the amenities and this is the roof deck pool. And just behind me, we have the roof deck gym as well that has panoramic views from both sides of it. So you get to see the west side of Bangkok and the east side. It's a great little gym, but the only thing is lacking is like a pull down machine for your back. That's the only thing that this gym is missing. And it's a bit of a shame because, you know, the back muscles are a big component of the human anatomy. But there's 4 treadmills in there, a machine to do your chest, to do your abs, you've got leg press as well, and you've got some free weights, but just no back machine. And this bit here that I've come out onto is kind of like a miniature sky garden. This building is pretty slender, so it doesn't have a lot of space for amenities up here, but it does have this. And now there is a second pool located on the 7th floor. Pool, which is currently not in use right now. Look, this is all to myself. But you don't have those same elevated views as with the pool upstairs, but you still get some pretty decent skyline of all the buildings here as well. But we've also got another gym area through here, which I actually haven't seen before. We've never been inside. I wonder if they've got a back machine in here. Looks like they do. There we are. So that explains why they don't have a machine for the back upstairs, because they've got one down here. And these amenities look like they're never used in the building. Anyway, before I go back upstairs and tell you the price of this condo unit, you have to realize that when you're doing short-term rentals, especially for 30 days, it's going to be a lot more pricier than if you were on a 1-year contract. On a 1-year contract, you could probably get my unit that I'm staying at for maybe half the price or maybe 60% of the price. But the thing is, I don't have to pay any sort of deposit for this unit, and the usual terms for a 1-year contract is 2 months deposit, 1 month's advance here in Bangkok. And this is inclusive of bills, inclusive of electricity, water, internet, and at the end of the 30 days I can just pack up and leave. And if you're watching at home and you're thinking, hey, I kind of want to experience what it would be like to live in Bangkok for a month and whether it would be for me, then doing a 30-day short-term rental, or even a 2-month short-term rental with no deposit attached, is a great way to do it. You are paying a little bit more, but you're not paying for a deposit whatsoever, and it's all bills included. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Now, the only drawback about this particular condo that I'm staying at, called the Siamese Exclusive 42, is that it's also a hotel, and this place gets very, very busy because of the number of guests checking in, especially the amenities like the roof deck pool. During the evening, you'll get maybe about 10, 12 people all using this pool at the same time, if not more. And so it kind of takes away from kind of it being an exclusive residence, you know, amenity, and it more feels like a public pool. That's the only drawback really, but it's a drawback enough that might make me consider to book elsewhere the next time I am in Bangkok, but it also depends on the season. Now you might be wondering, how much did I pay for this condominium for the 30 days? I actually booked it for 35 days and paid a total of 45k Thai baht, inclusive electricities and utilities such as Wi-Fi, etc., which is much lower than what they were asking before. I think they were asking for around about 52,000 Thai baht for 30 days, but I was able to haggle it down and negotiate it down. But in summary, just to wrap up this condo, the perks of this condo is that it's really close to BTS Ekkamai, giving you great connectivity to the rest of the Bangkok. It's got great amenities. You get great views over Bangkok as well, but it just does get a little bit busy. And so if you like the look of this particular condo unit that I toured you around and you want to rent it out for yourself for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, if not more, then go over to my Patreon. All the information about how to rent this unit is going to be on there. And as always, folks, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like today's video, and share it with friends and family. And I'll see you in the next video here on the channel. Many thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and bye for now.